We're celebrating.
Yeah, we're celebrating because, guys, first of all, welcome back.
Yes.
If you're new here, welcome. We're
Hi.
Talk Miley to Me, your favorite go-to Miley Cyrus podcast. Every Thursday, we're talking Miley to you. My name's Molly, if you don't know.
And my name is Becky.
Yeah, so we have had a great day today. It is Monday, March 24th, aka the day that Miley Cyrus posted her album cover for Something Beautiful, and the date, and a bunch of stuff that we're going to talk about.
An overwhelming Monday, I will say.
Oh, very overwhelming. I could not focus on work at all, again, for the second Monday in a row.
Agreed. And I think that you had the same, but I had a very busy day at work. Did you?
Yeah.
So it was very rude for her to do this to us because
I actually have some feelings about this. Yeah, yes. I have a lot of processed emotions that we need to get through. So to start off, she officially dropped the album cover. Her release date, she said that it is dropping on May 30th.
Yes.
So first, we're going to talk about this news. We're going to listen to some of our listener voice messages that they submitted about this news. And then the last half of this episode, Lorian from Out of Context Hannah Montana is going to join me to discuss and react to her album trailer, because although it hasn't come out while we are recording this on Monday, March 24th, it is coming out tomorrow on March 25th. And unfortunately, Becky has to work the next 2 nights. So we have Lorian. Yeah, boo. Tomato. I know. You were like, I have so much FOMO already.
Already. It hasn't even happened yet.
So imagine how I felt St. Patrick's Day weekend.
You're right. Now it's fair.
It's fair.
Except for this is low-key worse, but
this is low-key worse.
We'll call it fair.
It'll be good. Lorian, he does a lot of film stuff.
Yes.
He's like a big film junkie. I honestly don't know too much for the extent of it, but I just know by following his Instagram that he does a lot of like directing and just like film stuff.
That it might be part of his job, but maybe we'll get into that a little bit later to be sure.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that at the end. So let's first talk about prior to today. Like, I think yesterday on Sunday, the streets were talking, as they do, that Miley was going to be announcing big news today, Monday, March 24th.
Yes.
And
same streets, by the way, that we're talking about last Monday, saying something's happening. And that's the day that we got the posters, right?
Yes. But this has been kind of an ongoing topic. It's because I think they were saying like something was going to happen that Friday. And like, it's very 50-50. You never know. And I've gotten to a point where I should have trusted the streets, or at least given the streets a chance. And guys, the streets is Stan Twitter. Let's just say that.
By the way, if you don't know, the streets being Stan Twitter, Stan X. That sounds so stupid. Raise your hand if you've ever said that. Not a single hand in the crowd raised. It's Twitter.
Anyway, yeah, it's Twitter. And so I really didn't like take it super serious, but I should have, because thinking about it from just a timeline perspective, it would make sense for the week after the first posters go up that we would get we'd get fed a little bit more.
Yeah, it's tough because we've spent so much time clowning. We've been spent so much time believing the lies on the streets, right? Because that is something that we like to do online, right? Is lie to each other. So because of that, I don't know if you guys, for our long-time listeners, remember how gullible I was back then? Right. I've been traumatized. I've been hurt. So now I don't believe you as much, but I do keep at least one eye open just in case, right? I don't get all my hopes up, but some of my hopes are up.
Yeah.
I do keep an eye out for Selena.
But I gotta keep an eye out for Selena.
All the time.
I was literally about to say that. Did you know that I was going to say that?
I finished your thought.
I was like, keep an eye out. Yeah, I just got so sidetracked when you said Selena, because I've just been saying all the like Hailey Bieber, Selena, Justin Bieber stuff on TikTok.
That's a whole nother thing. We could do a whole podcast on that.
But we probably shouldn't. There's enough content out there over that, including like a 7-part series on TikTok. Anyway,
yeah, you don't need us to weigh in.
You don't need us to weigh in. So yeah, we both talked about how we were really busy at work today. Like, I was just like grinding. And she always announces news, like we talked about last week, 10 or 11.
10 a.m. Right, it was 11 today. 11 Central Standard Time.
Yes. So I am like working, and then every so often I check my phone because I just can't help it. Yeah, that's all I have to say
Sue
about
me.
that. I shouldn't like be on my phone as much as I am, but I am. Clearly not enough. I'm not on my phone enough.
Apparently.
I should have.
Apparently.
And this is when I get to. At first, I did the blaming game. I did. I'm not gonna lie. I blamed Miley Cyrus. I said, "Why would you release signed CDs, signed vinyls for your upcoming album for a pre-order that's like only 1,000 in stock? Why would you do that in the middle of a work day? The girlies are working. Some of
Right.
them in Australia were sleeping. So you
So
can't
true.
really, yeah, you can't really please everyone in the world, I guess. But oh man, or okay, then I was like, she should have done like a code. Why was the general public able to snatch up these signed copies?
No, because I think there was a code. Okay, guys, so let's back up right now. So this was even before Molly hopped on her phone. We're in a group chat with our two other best friends. And one of them, my roommate Rachel, shout out to her. She did ask
chronically
for a
online.
shout out, but I was going to give it to her anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
She heard the streets talking, and she looked at me last night and she goes, "The streets are talking, and I know how to do this. She goes, I'm following Miley accounts that I haven't followed before. I'm turning on their notifications. I'm turning on Miley's notifications because I will not miss this drop." Because, guys, we saw like a couple of days ago, you guys are so crazy that we're stalking her website so bad that we saw the code. People looked through the code of the website to find out that she was about to release new merch, and not only new merch, but signed merch. Which, is this true that this is the first time she's ever done this?
I think so. I mean, comment below, clock us if we're wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is
I think
the first time I remember.
Yeah, I think it is. So we kind of knew it was coming, which again is why I think both of us were like, I think something really might happen today, if not soon, right?
Yeah.
So she turned on the notifications. It was like 10 to 11, like 10:50. She puts us in a group chat, and she's like, she sends us the link to Miley's website and says, "The streets say something's happening." You go to the website and it just says Miley Cyrus, something's coming soon or something. It was like a loading bar.
A loading bar, yeah.
And our friend Evan says, "I was just on it. I saw it move. It's soon." I didn't really think that it would be 10 minutes later.
So I have my do not disturb on every Monday through Friday from like freaking 8 a.m. to 4 because I do that
because you're a hardworking girl.
I told you, I get distracted easily. And if I use do not disturb, it helps me stay off my phone so I can get work done. And I just, that's what happened. I did not get any of those text messages like from our group chat until it was, when was it? Like probably like 20, 30 minutes after.
I think it was when you finally replied. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, no.
You're like, life is not fair. It's not.
Life is not worth living.
Oh.
Just kidding.
But because Rachel did all those things, by the way, she did end up securing a signed vinyl and a signed CD.
That is actually like such a flex because
truly
most people cannot say that. Like we cannot say that. A lot of our followers, a lot of our listeners cannot say that. I've seen.
It's actually crazy that I even saw these text messages because I work for, I do events. That's what my job is. And my event today began at 11. So as you can imagine, 10 minutes before, that's like running around doing the final touches, making sure everything's good to go, making So 11 o'clock was not ideal for me, Miley. It wasn't. Let me say.
Yeah.
I think that is crazy that it was just this surprise drop. Don't you at least think we should have gotten a warning if it was going to be such limited stock?
I mean,
guys,
for real.
I heard that it sold out in 4 minutes.
No, I think that is true. I'm pretty sure that's true. Yeah, it did sell out in 4 minutes. So I came to the conclusion that it is my fault.
Oh.
I went through a lot of different emotions today. I went through, like I said, the blaming.
All the
first,
grief.
I went through this. the stages of grief,
Yeah.
one might say. I went through anger,
Yeah.
sadness.
Yeah.
I sent my boyfriend. He was at the office. I sent him heartbroken emojis. I filled him in. And he was actually really sad for me because he knows that it would affect me. And then I went through anger. And I think it was like a joint anger with, I went through anger again. I went through a joint anger with everyone else on the streets because it was like, yeah, what? Like, blah, blah, blah. And then I saw the scalpers. There's all these people that got signed copies just to start reselling them. They haven't even gotten them yet. How are you going to resell a pre-order for $500 to $2,000? But it's like, this is when it comes down to, I think there should have been like some kind of code. I don't know. I don't know what the best way to do it. Yeah, you said.
That's what I was going to say.
I don't think there was a code. You think?
So I was
What
online.
did Rachel say?
I was on the website when it said like Miley Cyrus, there's something coming soon. I don't remember what the exact text on the website said. At the top of it, it said enter password. Obviously, I didn't have it, so I didn't click on it. But like, did any of you have a password?
Huh.
I know that it said that.
But anyway, yeah, I went through the anger with everyone. And then I got to a place of being like, okay, listen, Molly, you literally have a Miley Cyrus podcast and you didn't take these rumors serious enough to be on this website on time and do this. Like, it's my fault. That's where I got to. I was like, do better next time, Molly. Do better.
Wow. That's really tough to put on yourself, but like...
Kind of true, though.
I guess.
I mean, it's just unfortunate. Like it comes down to, it sold out in 4 minutes. So even if I was on time, who knows, like, if I would have even gotten one, because there were people that were there waiting and didn't get one.
I know.
Yeah, I just am, like, crossing my fingers for a restock. I did turn on notifications for, like, these vinyl accounts. Becca from the Time Machine podcast, I was DMing her because she was like, I wanted one so bad because she's like a big vinyl collector. And she was like, you need to like turn on notifications for this Twitter account because they're like, this Twitter account, man, what I feel like I should share with the audience just in case they want to do the same. But there's a Twitter account that only posts updates about vinyls, like with the pop girlies, like Selena Gomez's recent one. Yeah, and so they're like on top of it when it comes to when there's restocks and all that fun stuff. So this account is called Signature Notifs. So signature and then NOTIFS. But she was like, hey, make sure notifications are on for Miley and Ariana restocks. And I do think she will. I don't know. Do you think she's going to restock the signed? Because I've seen a lot of people say that like they will, like that they have before.
I don't know. If she does, it's still not going to be that many. Think about it. 1,000 is not a lot compared to how many of us there are.
Okay, but I also think about the fact that she signed 1,000.
I know. I'm like, how many
like,
sessions
that's not
do
a
you
lot,
think
but it
she
is.
sat and did that? There's no way she did 1,000 in one sitting.
No, maybe like 100 a day or something.
Yeah, something for 10 days. That's not that bad.
I feel like that's a lot of work.
I know.
That's some like Hannah Montana shit.
It truly is. I don't know if that'll get restocked.
I know.
I really don't.
I'm manifesting because I guess people have said like other girlies have done the signature restocks.
Yeah.
Like they'll do it like one time, like when it's like at first, and then maybe when it gets closer to the actual album coming out or something.
That makes sense.
I don't know. I mean,
well, did you buy anything?
So I did. I bought the blue, the sea blue variant out of panic. So when I'm getting on the store and I see the signed vinyls, everything's already sold out. I'm like worried that everything else is going to sell out because I don't know how much there is. And so I got the limited sea blue variant because I was like, what if that sells out? So I just literally Apple Pay hurried up and bought that without even like thinking, out of panic. And then like a few hours later, of course, the Spotify exclusive edition came out and it's this beautiful red vinyl. And I was like, well, this is Spotify exclusive. I have to have it. So bam, there's another $50. And then I'm like, can I cancel my first order? But the email address I used for both purchases, for some reason, Apple just auto adds like this really old email address I have no access to anymore.
Oh,
so
no.
I can't even like, I don't even think you can cancel orders, but I couldn't even like go in there to see a confirmation. I did get, like, it's going to be shipped to the right place, but yeah.
Oh shit.
So yeah, I did buy that. And I know you were asking about the boxes. They have the merch
Yeah.
boxes,
Yeah.
which
They
are
have
really
the
cute
merch
actually.
boxes that I think it comes with a CD and a
Yes.
keychain, and then they have either a limited edition T-shirt. That's what it says. But it says limited edition T-shirt, and then it says edition hat. I
Yes.
did opt for the hat. I bought it right
Oh, you did?
before
I
we
feel like,
began
yeah,
recording.
that's more
I
you. You're more of
I
a
don't.
hat girly.
Yeah, and I don't really like wear t-shirts out in public. And I was thinking, I just signed up for a Pilates studio, and I'm like, girl, I'll wear that hat every day to Pilates on my way
True.
there. So
Or on the
I got that.
podcast. A hat is great for
Exactly,
a podcast, I think, right?
it's
Because
true.
you're just front and center. Whereas I'm wearing this Hannah Montana shirt in celebration of 19 years of Hannah Montana today,
Oh
but you can't really see
yeah,
it that much, you know?
yeah.
Whereas if it was a hat, if it was a Hannah Montana hat,
And it's just so cute. So it's just like plain black. It's just white
it is
letters,
actually cute.
something beautiful on the front, and then on the back, right above like the ponytail hole, it says Miley Cyrus. So
No,
I'm
I actually
excited.
was impressed because she did these boxes for Endless Summer Vacation and I didn't like them.
Yeah, I didn't get one,
It was like a
honestly.
towel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I
wasn't
wish I got it, honestly. I do wish I had a Miley Cyrus towel, but I wasn't into it at the time.
I wasn't into it either. I don't know. I feel like the merch, even though we don't have that much of it yet, which I'm hoping we get more. I'm hoping we get like more t-shirts, different styles of whatever. I will say the boxes for this I like more than the boxes for Endless Summer Vacation
Yeah.
that were out.
Yeah.
But cool. Yeah, I am holding out for these signed because I just would like a signed CD because I already got two
Yeah.
vinyls coming. I don't need a signed vinyl, but a signed CD would be amazing. So let's hopefully, I mean, I'm manifesting it, y'all.
Do you think Miley's team knows about us? Be honest.
I don't know.
I don't know either. How involved are they? We are the only Talk Miley to You podcast, as far as I know,
That's active.
that's active currently, right?
Yes. I don't know.
Hello.
I mean, we've been doing this for years now, but let's talk about the album cover. Let's talk about the album cover because I was completely and am still gagged.
Gagged.
Last week, we got the posters, and I remember it's so funny to think about it now because we were like, is that the album cover? I don't think it is. I think it is. It is, but it's not.
Right.
It is, but it's
Right.
not. And I love this one so much more, and I'm so happy it's not just the black and white, flat, 2D looking
too.
cover.
Me too. Listen, it would have been it was cool, right? When we were
It was
like,
cool.
oh, this could be the album cover. That's cool.
It's
And it was
alt.
like a whole
Yeah.
vibe, right? It was just like black and white, stark, and then just like on the posters, just white letters, something beautiful. It was cool. But the picture, the colors, the shade over her face,
Yeah.
gagged.
One of the first things I thought about for the album cover was that I thought she looked like Noah Cyrus.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah. Like if you look at this album cover again, if you zoom in, I think it is just because of the bleached eyebrows and we're so used to seeing Noah Cyrus with bleached eyebrows. It just looks so much like Noah Cyrus. As
I
it
can
probably
see
should.
it though for sure.
Right?
I mean, it's crazy. It's like almost like they're sisters.
Yeah.
You can see her eyebrows in this.
No, yeah, you can yeah, they're not completely out, but that was the first thing I thought of. But I just love how three-dimensional it looks. Like I said, the original poster we saw was so flat and two-dimensional, which you said was cool, but I personally was after Endless Summer Vacations cover,
Yeah.
we got to keep it going. We have to keep it.
Agreed.
And this is this is something beautiful. This is something beautiful.
It really, really, really is. No,
So-
Rachel said that too. She's like, I'm so glad that it's this and not the posters.
Me too. Me too. I am too. So she shares an Instagram post about this album. And do you have it pulled up or do you want me to read it?
I do. I can read it, sure. Miley Cyrus unveils the artwork for her highly anticipated 9th studio album, Something Beautiful, set for release on May 30th, 2025 via Columbia Records. The album features 13 original tracks and is executive produced by Miley Cyrus and Sean Everett. captured by renowned fashion photographer Glenn Luchford. The album artwork features Miley Cyrus draped in archival 1997 Thierry Mugler couture, a striking nod to the album's bold aesthetic and a visual storytelling. So what are our thoughts on that?
So the first thing I thought of was, why is she in third person?
That was the first thing I thought too.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of strange.
I don't know.
But also, it sounded very like professional and sophisticated too.
Yeah, it feels as though it fits the era, right?
Yeah.
We've been known that she's not online. We've been known that she's not the one making these posts. So like, in my mind, it really didn't feel like that crazy and weird.
To go off of that, it is kind of refreshing that it's not like she's trying to make it seem like it's coming from her. Like, yeah. I'd rather it be posted like this than someone from her team act like it's coming from her when it's not.
Yeah. It almost is a caption that is like, you'd expect it to be a collaboration post with Columbia Records or Sean Everett or like somebody else who posted it. Cross-posted it. But it's not. Yeah. It's just solely on Miley's page. Yeah. It was interesting, but gave us a little more insight into things, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, 13 original tracks. I'm pretty sure the streets predicted that.
Yeah, which I think we need to go back to some of those predictions and see. Like,
I think someone did send in last week, like 12 to 13.
Yeah, you're right. One of our call-ins.
Yeah, so the streets did kind of predict that, and the date is very interesting because, like we've predicted, we think that she's just going to drop all of it at once.
Yeah.
And that's kind of far away to not have anything, like no single, I guess, come out before then.
Yeah.
Like announcing it today, March 24th, and then it's not coming out for another 2 months, over 2 months.
I know. I saw it, and at first I was like, oh, May 30th. And then I was like, oh my God, May 30th. That's 2 months away.
But at least we have a date.
It'll be here before we know it. Yeah.
It'll be here before we know it. At least we have a date now, and she is releasing trailers for the album. Mm-hmm. So that'll be exciting because she put on her YouTube like the premiere video for her first trailer, and it's coming out tomorrow, March 25th at 11, of course.
Yeah.
So I will be watching at work.
Yeah.
But it said like trailer 1. So there's going to be multiple trailers.
Wow.
So maybe that'll serve as, that'll continue the hype.
Hype. I was saying today, and we've been saying that we're not sure about a single. I do think that there will be like a single that goes to radio, right? And a single that will be like pushed heavier, but I do think it'll be released on the same day or maybe a week prior as the whole project.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to like see what happens.
Okay, so this caption, though, it says that the cover has her in the Mugler, and it's to go off of the visual components, visual storytelling. That's all it says. It doesn't say here that it's a visual album, which I think is really interesting. It says the album features, and it's produced, and the tracks, and then it says the artwork features, and then it just says it's a striking nod to the album's bold aesthetic and visual storytelling. I guess that's right there tells you that it's like visual components.
Yeah, I'm super interested.
But I just thought it would be more like visual album coming with a movie with it.
She did say it was going to be a visual album. She did compare it to The Wall, Pink Floyd, which was a movie that we still have to watch. We have 2 months.
And you know what else we have to watch that I've been reminded online? Mandy. We need to watch that.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do kind of like a movie club on our Patreon or something.
We should do that.
Like we're going to do a book club. We're going to do a book club for Miles to Go soon. We can do a movie club. That'll be fun.
I'm looking up this Sean Everett guy on IMDb.
Mm-hmm. Which going back to her Harper's Bazaar magazine, we knew that she was going to be collaborating with him. And not to toot my own horn, but, she's been dressing in this 1997, one might say,
it's archival museum quality.
Yeah, 1997 was the year I was born.
I know, me too. I was like, oh my God.
And I think like all the pieces in these promo photos have been from 97, right?
I have no idea.
I think so. Let me pull up some of the stylish Cyrus facts. there's an Instagram page on Instagram called Stylish Cyrus, and
Right.
she is on top of everything Miley Cyrus wears, like fashion icon queen, including, you know, this wardrobe. And so the album cover, is it Mugler? Mugler? How do you
Mugler.
pronounce it? How'd you find this stuff out?
I just hear people talking about it.
Mugler? I don't hear people saying stuff out loud. I only see what the streets write. So I then have to guess how it's pronounced. Mugler was known for his bold looks and for breaking barriers in the fashion industry. Her Something Beautiful era is sure to be as bold, unique, and creative as his designs were. So that's the album cover. And then she did some like promo photos too of more fall 1997 Mugler. Yeah, I think like all of these outfits are. I didn't know this. The album vinyl's booklet will feature 16 pages and include looks from Mugler and Alexander McQueen. I do love the album cover. I'm excited about it. It's to me up there with Endless Summer Vacation's album cover.
Oh, I think this is an incredible album cover.
I also want to say she looks so young.
She does. She really does.
I don't know. It's like the lighting. She just looks very young in this photo. It's just stunning. It's literally something I want like painted and framed. It's like a piece of art.
I wanted to talk about like what you think is coming of the visual stuff. Like Rachel, my roommate, thinks that it's going to go to theaters. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's a stretch for me. I know. I don't personally think it would go to theaters. I think the possibility of it could go to like a streaming service.
Sure. Okay, so think about it. 13 tracks, and most songs are like, what, 3 minutes? Like, that's only 39 minutes long.
If there is some kind of story or dialogue that is intertwined with them. I don't know.
So something
I have no idea.
That I fully forgot ever happened that we need to talk about that's now making sense. Do you remember that leaked, like when we got these photos of Miley like backstage?
Yes.
Wearing
in the blue?
That teal, like almost like chaps, furry stuff. And we were like, is this AI? That can't be real.
I didn't think they were AI.
I just thought
they
it was
looked
like
pretty low quality, and
I know they did.
There
look
was
real,
actually
but
a video, I think, too. Max Mirando shared her album announcement to his story with the eyes emoji looking away. We love a supportive boyfriend. We talk about it all the time. It's like beating a dead horse, but I really love them together. I just feel like he's the low key, supportive, cute little guy that she needs. And I did see this. Somebody like zoomed in. I don't know where they got the screenshot, but it looks like they like zoomed in hard to, maybe it was like a merch photo. I'm not sure, but it said Brittany Howard's a collaborator. It says, quote, Brittany Howard appears courtesy of Island Records on the credits of the album.
Yeah, who figured that out?
I don't know.
Which
it's like hard to see.
Makes sense, right? Didn't we like predict this because they were
doing
together,
something.
And we were like, why the fuck would they be together?
So random. It's like the Brandi Carlile thing.
Nothing
they're
that
not
Miley does is ever random, right?
Yeah, nothing Miley does is ever random. Like, why else would she be linked with Brittany Howard if she wasn't doing something with her? Jacob Bixenman is the creative director for the album. He was also the creative director for Endless Summer Vacation. I feel like Endless Summer Vacation was like the test drive for Columbia Records because it was her first album with them. And she got that commercial success for Flowers. And then they said, okay, you can do whatever you want. Proved herself commercially because, you know, that's what, at the end of the day, that's what record labels care about is how much money are you bringing in?
It's true.
What are the streams? That's what they care about. And so I think that led her to be able to do whatever she wants with this one. Before we get into the voicemails, by the time this episode drops, we'll be in our round 2 of Miley Madness.
Oh, yeah.
And so you'll have to go look at how the brackets are when you hear this. If you haven't already, voting will already have started for round 2, but make sure you're continuing to do that. So there's like some songs versus other songs that are like one just blows the other one out of the water. Yeah. But then there's some that are like, dude, which one was it that was like 51% 49? Or it was like 50-50 and there was one vote.
Yes. Which was it?
Let me pull it up because I want to talk about this. This was the closest one we had. There was one vote separating. It was like one vote. One was like 151 votes and the other one was 150.
Stop.
So it like barely won. Mother's Daughter had 131 votes. We Can't Stop had 130. Those two were against each other.
No.
Yes. So Mother's Daughter will be advancing.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's like, yeah, I would say most of them have like a pretty clear divide. So yeah, it's been really fun so far. You'll have to
Yeah, I love
continue
seeing
voting
it.
on our Instagram story. By the time this drops, round 2 will be announced.
I
So
love
make sure to
seeing that.
keep I know, it's been really fun. Thank you for submitting some voicemails last week.
Yeah.
I posted another thing today and was like, hey, we're recording again. Let us know what you think of the new news,
Mhm.
this week's news. I first want to start with one we received late last week that didn't make it into the episode, so we can listen to that.
Something we wouldn't expect from her. Maybe some songs about finding herself again, because she's been in love, she's been hurt. She got a divorce, and yeah, something that people would talk about, because she's a girl they always talked about since 07, and she's that girl. But yeah,
True.
something unpredictable, something about finding herself, about loving herself, about learning to love herself
That makes sense.
and live with herself.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I
that
don't know,
does
maybe
make
like
sense.
a punk rock song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those were predictions for Something Beautiful. And from what I'm hearing is you think it's going to be like Flowers vibes, but maybe more like punk rock, maybe more alt than Flowers. Yeah, I struggle with this because part of me is like, yes, obviously these songs are going to connect to her life if she wrote them. There's inspiration coming from somewhere. Another part of me thinks like, is it more of just like a concept album? Is it more of just like, here is a story?
Right.
You know?
Do you think that
That's
the
not necessarily
songs will
about
be
her life.
stories just as like the visual component?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know,
She's
yeah,
never really done that before,
she's
right?
never really
And
done
this
that
is something
before.
she's never done before.
Correct. I go back to like, this is not a very like this comparison doesn't really make sense from the outside, but like Taylor Swift's folklore record.
I was thinking exactly that.
Yeah, because that was more of an album that's like she just wrote out of like fictional, like not necessarily about her life. But if you look into like some of the songs on Folklore, Taylor obviously does write a little bit here and there about her
Yes.
life.
Yes.
So I feel like it might be something like that here, where she
That's a
does
great
draw
point.
inspo from parts of her life in some points, but overall, like the general purpose is going to be a story, a concept.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've never thought of it like that, but that makes sense too.
Yeah. Okay, and then getting into the new voicemails from today.
I need someone to like 4K whatever the fuck they do with that picture with all the title tracks or all the tracks listed in that picture.
Yeah.
I need someone to zoom in and magnify those letters.
Yeah.
I need them to.
Wait,
Who can do that?
What are they talking about? What are they
The-
talking about?
Maybe it was like on the website if they showed like a preview of what the album
There's a
looks
track
like.
list on there?
I think.
You're kidding. Oh,
it's on the CD. Okay, so if you look at if you go, you're right. Never mind.
that's just, it says like Sony
Columbia
Music Entertainment,
Records, yeah.
Columbia. I wonder what they're looking at. I wish I
send
knew.
it to us. Send me to
Send
me,
it to
baby.
us.
Send it to me,
Uh-huh,
Rachel.
No, send it to us because I have not seen that yet. Maybe we're not completely tuned in, but I would like to know what you're talking about because I'm just dying. I'm dying for the track list. Simply dying for it. Okay, next one.
Yo, I need this album out. Like, it's giving Hannah Montana vibes. And Miss Miley said, like, Hannah's in the storage unit collecting this. She's ready to whip it out. And it's like, I can't wait for this. Like, my life is going to get changed. Like, Miss Montana, please.
Miss
I
Montana.
also need a Hannah Montana Eras Tour.
I mean, yeah,
Because that would be epic.
we can dream.
Have a good day.
Thank you for calling in, everyone that has so far that we've listened to.
Wait,
yeah.
speaking of Hannah Montana Eras Tour, I think we briefly brought it up, but
Briefly.
tell us again why you're wearing that shirt today.
19 years of Hannah Montana. It's crazy that next year will be 20 years. Do you think like she will do anything crazy? She has to, right? She has to do something.
To, especially now that she's a Disney legend because of it, right?
Yeah, I'm excited for next year.
I don't know if she'll do anything.
We'll have to do
I think
something.
at the very least, we'll get a post about it, right?
Yeah.
Like a story post at the very, very least.
At the very least. We should do something for it. Like, I feel like we need to, like, both dress up as Hannah and, like, go on live or something for it.
You're right.
I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we'll have to do something big for 2-0. Okay, so, yeah, I would agree. The album cover, like, just because of the, like, glam of it all, I could see what they mean by that. Like, that it has some reminiscence of Hannah Montana, because Hannah Montana at the end of the day was glam. She was in drag.
Yeah.
Let's just say what it is. She was a drag queen. So I could see like why that comparison is there. I mean, I would love for Hannah Montana to make an appearance. Like I said, maybe next year. I really feel like next year she might do something special for it.
I think so,
who knows?
Yeah.
Thank you for sending in. Next one.
Hi, it's Destiny Far, and I'm so happy to be here by you. The new album of Miley Cyrus was something unexpected for me. I knew something was coming, but I didn't expect it so soon.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for giving me a microphone and expressing my feelings towards Miley, because she is the only one that makes me laugh due to how hard it is for a trans girl like me. You know, I run out of autograph. I feel so sad. It's okay. Whatever Miley does will surprise me better, you know? Never the other way around.
Yeah.
I've always trusted her. And I'm so excited to hear this brand new album. And I will cover the whole album, so I can't wait. Thank you so much, my girls. And I always support you. You know?
Thank you
This
so
podcast,
much.
Makes me crazy. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank
I love
you.
you.
We love you.
Thank you so much. Destiny, I've seen your covers on Instagram and I think YouTube too, and they're really good. So you'll definitely have to cover these songs, and I'm sure you will. Thank you so much for calling in and just for listening. Yeah, I mean, I also relate to you with the fact that I didn't know it was going to come this soon. Like, I did, but I didn't. Because I remember I was like, where is this bitch at?
I know.
It's Q1. And then when it came, I was like... And then when it came, I was like, wow, we're actually getting news about it already. Even though I've been like, where is she at? Where is she?
Yeah. Oh, the duality of being a Miley fan.
For real. Next one.
Okay, so first of all, I wanted to say I'm so grateful for y'all's podcast, because if I'm having a bad day or week or whatever, every Thursday I can come, sit down with a snack, and watch y'all and fangirl, and it's the best thing ever.
You're the
I
sweetest.
just love it so much, and I love y'all. Y'all are so great. Y'all seem so sweet, and I'm truly grateful for y'all's podcast, and that y'all have so many more ideas, because it makes me so happy. I just love it and love y'all. And second of all, when I saw, when I went on Instagram, well, I got the notification that, you know, she dropped an album. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god. And then I was like, wait. So I went and checked y'all's pages, and then I tweeted y'all, which y'all saw, and I'm so grateful. And I'm like, oh my god. And I'm just so excited to see, like, what y'all are going to talk about this Thursday and everything. They said 13 tracks, so what do you think your favorite track will be? I know we don't have a track list yet, but if you had to pick a number.
Claim a number.
You know? Anyways,
yeah.
That's all. I love y'all, and I'm so excited.
Thank you for the sweetest message. But
first of all,
we have to claim.
Wow, I
what
didn't
are we
think
doing?
about this.
It's been a crazy day, guys. Our minds have been everywhere. We had some technical issues. I'm drinking. It's a whole thing. So yes, we have to claim. I need to look at some of her other albums and see if there's any like parallels that like stick out to me.
Okay, so the same person that spoke in, not wrote in, but spoke in last time, said that he thinks that it was going to be 13 tracks and that Something Beautiful title track will be number 1.
And then he said, I don't know if it was him or someone else, said the 12th track will be the best, the biggest hit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
I'm
panicking.
I will say, guys, the biggest hit is never my favorite. It's just not.
I don't know why. As soon as she said that, my mind went 4. I'm taking 4. I'm not even looking into it. I'm taking 4.
I'm gonna take 9.
Okay.
Violet
Great.
Chemistry is 9.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
also, I'm pretty sure Drive is 9 on Bangers. So
Ooh,
I am just
9 could
going to
be
claim
good.
9.
9 could be good.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
I could sit here and really think about it and do like my cross comparisons, but off the top of my head, I'm claiming 9. I should write it down so I don't forget.
Yeah, that's what I'm taking. I'm
writing it
taking 4,
down.
just like gut reaction. I was having the same reaction that you did when you opened Instagram and you're like, oh my God, and like I said, I was at work. And so my boss came up to me like 20 minutes later just to ask me a question about work. And I said, by the way, I want you to know I'm remaining extremely calm given that Miley Cyrus just announced something extremely exciting. I just want you to know that. And he was like, okay, great job.
Like, yeah,
They
you're
all
like,
know.
I could be queening out a little bit harder right now,
They
but
all
I'm
know
staying
it.
profesh.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, luckily I worked from home today, so
Oh,
that
you didn't
is
have to,
nice.
Oh, that is really nice.
But it does
You didn't
not
have to
help.
go through that in
Yeah.
public. Jeez.
I know how to do that, and I was also home alone, so that was nice too. It was just my little doggo, like, bitch, are you okay? That's what it was giving.
He says that every day.
He does.
So my take on this whole album rollout is basically that Miley's really pushing the album as a whole versus just pushing a single. And I think it's because due to the Flower success, I don't think she could like kind of top that single. Because okay, so I feel like
Yeah.
if she releases a single for this album, there obviously people are gonna compare it to the success of Flowers, and Flowers was a monster hit.
Yeah.
So I think Miley, what she's trying to push now is the album as a whole versus just pointing out like little singles, because they're obviously could be huge, but like Flowers is just a mega hit that just happened out of nowhere. And so that's why I think Something Beautiful is gonna be like a visual album, and I know that's why she's like trying to like push the album as a whole versus just like pushing singles. And it's so exciting to see her in her element, and it's so exciting to see her actually remember that she is the poster girl, remembering that she is the pop icon. You know,
Period.
she's not like a regular artist, like she is the Miley Cyrus.
Period.
True.
It's true. Yeah, I completely agree. It is really nice. She does seem so much more confident than like start of Flowers era, maybe a little bit before Flowers era, coming off of Attention. She just seems more like sure of herself.
Yeah.
I think it is getting over that hump of like turning 30, going through the divorce, having family issues. Like she finally is just like in her element. And I can, not that she wasn't really before, she just feels completely sure of herself now.
Yeah.
And that's a really good point about Flowers, because Flowers was such a big song that could be, I mean, I hope that she does get another song that tops it in her career, which she definitely could. She's very young still. But that is like her biggest song of her entire career, which is insane.
It was record breaking. It's the biggest song of any
2023.
career.
I'm pretty sure.
Right,
Yeah.
not any, but like so many other careers. Like that's a great point.
Yes. That's a good point.
Well, it'll be very hard to beat that.
Yeah, especially like right now, just coming off of that. I mean, hey, I'm hoping that there's a song that just like blows up off of this album. But I think, to your point, this is going to be a collective piece of art.
Yeah.
It's going to all make sense together. And I also just love when she does different things. Like,
Yeah.
I love when there's something different happening. A lot of the other girlies cannot say that. A lot of the other girlies will do the same thing over and over, changing something a little bit here and there. She always reinvents herself, and she always does something different with the rollout, with the art. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, from top to bottom, you're right.
Here we go.
Hey
Last one.
Molly and Becky, my name is Pedro Paulo, I'm from Brazil, and I've been following and admiring your work for a while, and oh my god, you have no idea how excited I am for Something Beautiful. Girls, I think Miley will be super active in promoting the album before May 30th. I believe she will keep releasing trailers like the one tomorrow, maybe even some posters around the world like the one from last week. And I also really hope she sends postcards like she did in 2023 with the Endless Summer
Yeah.
Vacation. But the question that everyone wants to know is, do you think she will release any songs before the album drops? Or maybe the supposed movie that people are saying that she made. And is this, I'm sorry for my bad English. It's definitely not something beautiful, but I love
Stop.
you so much. Kisses from Brazil.
Oh my
Thank you so
gosh.
much.
You're the cutest also. And your accent is very cute.
And it was
is something
perfect.
beautiful.
It was
Yeah,
great.
honestly. Yeah.
It was something
Uh,
beautiful.
It was something beautiful. Okay, that is really the question of the day. Is she gonna have something come out? And we've talked about
Listen.
it like 3 times, I think.
I don't think that it's uncommon for an artist to announce that an album's coming out and then a week, 2 weeks later, then announce this lead single that is for the album. Like, I don't think the single always has to come prior to the album announcement.
Yeah.
But I'm sticking to my guns here.
Yeah.
I made a prediction. I'm not changing my mind.
I agree.
No single.
Yeah, and I don't like that I mean, I'm sorry I keep bringing Taylor Swift into this, but Folklore and Evermore, she didn't have any singles before they came out, right? She just completely dropped those.
I don't remember. That was during COVID. I don't have any memories.
I know. I was definitely drunk the whole time. But I'm pretty sure she did do that. It was very much like, here's the album. It was more of a surprise. Like, I don't think she had
Oh
an
yeah, she
announcement.
just surprise dropped him. It wasn't
She
even a
just
rollout.
surprise
I do
dropped.
remember it now.
Yeah. So anything can happen. Anything is up on the
It's
table.
true. If she doesn't have a single, what are your thoughts on that? I think that we've talked about it, but
Yeah. I mean, I think she will have to continue building the hype in a different way, which it seems like
Yeah.
she's doing that with the trailers.
yeah.
I don't know how many there will be. Who knows if she's going to do any. I really want her to do like press, like traditional press. I would love to see her back on a podcast again. Like for Plastic Hearts era, she did so much press. I would love to see her on talk shows. I would like to see her do like interviews.
I want to see her on Hot Ones. I want to see her eat cauliflower wings.
Our vegetarian, or sorry, she's pescatarian. I think she said she eats fish now. That's the latest update. But maybe, yeah, maybe some fish wings or some cauliflower wings.
Ew.
She's totally a cauliflower wing
Fish
girl.
sticks.
So, fish sticks and buffalo sauce. Everyone listening right now is like gagging. Did you eat fish sticks as a child?
Yeah.
Okay. I did too, and I think one day I ate my last fish stick and there was I like never had one again. Like I ate them probably every week for like a long time when I was growing up, and then I think one day I just didn't eat them anymore. What's up with that?
What's up with that? Bring 'em
Anyway,
back.
so do you watch Hot Ones?
Yeah.
Is that your thing? Do they do cauliflower
Yeah.
wings for like vegetarians?
I think that some of them are, but then they also have like I think they might have even tofu ones that they put on like a fake bone that they like eat off of. It seems that all of the celebrities lately have not been going for the chicken ones, so we'll see.
Interesting.
Mhm.
I can't blame them, but yeah, so I would love to see Call Her Daddy. I would love to see her back on Call Her Daddy. Regardless of what you think about Alex Cooper and Call Her Daddy, Alex Cooper is really close, or she has some kind of relationship with Brandy and Tish Cyrus. So I
Yeah.
could totally see that happening. I would like to see her do the Apple Music interview with Zane Lowe.
Zane. Uh-huh.
Yes, that would
Yes.
be amazing.
Yes.
I love all of his interviews. Whenever a pop girl releases, they typically will go on there. It's a
Yeah.
huge deal. I think that would be everything.
I want to see her on
Um,
Howard Stern.
Yes, that would be cool. Even though he's like, probably not the best guy. Like, he has a lot of controversy about him and how he treats people, but it's very rock and roll to go on Howard Stern, is it not?
Yeah, she did during Plastic Hearts, and I really loved that.
She did. Yeah. No, he's an old man from the 80s that she probably would vibe with.
Right.
Who else? Who else is on your wish list for press?
Talk Miley to me.
Yeah, for real. We'll have to stay tuned though. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Like, I really hope she just continues driving the album in different ways. Like, she's been going to all these award shows. We need to keep that going, because as much as that was amazing, there's 2 months until this album comes out.
I know.
And people are already forgetting about those award shows.
Yeah.
So and there's no more award shows left, really. That was award show season. So what else are we gonna do,
Who knows?
Anyway, guys, we're about to get into the second part of this episode, which is the album trailer. And Becky, when you come back, I'll have to hear your thoughts
Yes.
next week on
Yes.
what you think of it. And who knows, we'll probably have other stuff to talk about. But if you guys don't mind, if you're on YouTube, like this video, subscribe to us. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers.
That's crazy.
Help us get there. If you're watching us and not subscribing, why not just subscribe? That way you'll see when we're posted. It's very seamless, and you're supporting us for free. If you're on Spotify, leave us a review. Leave us a comment on this video. You can do that on Spotify now. And share with your friends. Why not?
Yeah.
You can always leave us a speak pipe, a voice message, and we'll play it on the podcast. And then also on Patreon this week, we are going to be watching/reacting to the Cyrus family carpool Cyrus karaoke.
Hell yeah.
Somebody on our Patreon requested that we do that. So
Here we
I
go.
was like, you know what? Hell yeah, let's do it this week.
Let's do it.
So if you want to support us more for $5 a month, go to our Patreon. You can also request us to do videos over there. Like the one we're doing now this week is a request from someone that is on our Patreon. So link is in our show notes below. Okay, guys, we are switching it over to Lorian from Out of Context, Hannah Montana. I told you all this was going to be kind of like 2 parts in one episode. This is the part of the podcast where we are talking all about the Something Beautiful trailer 1. I just have to say, before we even get in,
It's archival museum quality.
it's because
It
it's
really
so
is.
good. It's so good.
So good. Like,
Okay.
there's so much to say about it.
There is. And I want to first start by saying I saw your reaction. And maybe I'll like plug it into this video. Your reaction was everything because I was at work when the trailer came out. And so I'm just in my little cubicle by my desk like, oh my gosh, it's almost time. I was watching the clock all morning because I didn't want to miss it and like get lost in my work. So I like am watching it on my little phone. And then I go on TikTok and all the socials and I see your reaction. And I felt like I was watching it with you. It was so cool. You were like gagged.
Not really like expecting to film my reaction, but I was like at my friend's place, not even at my own place.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, like he has like this huge TV, and so it just felt right. That was like 100% natural. The real one, the one that you saw, that was like my real reaction to all of it. I was not able to like control myself. I don't even like look at the camera to just like check how I look because I
think you look great. But you didn't want to, I know what you mean. You didn't want to get like self-conscious about how you look.
Yeah.
Like I understand.
I didn't care about it at the time.
That wasn't the point.
No, it was all about like what was in front of my eyes.
No, that's understandable. Do we want to watch the trailer one more time? We've already reacted to it. I'm
getting tired of it.
I'll play it just in case. I mean, I'm sure everyone listening has seen this, but we can play it just for fun. So loud. That shot.
If I break away any bodies between us, would you promise that I'm enough? If I give you all of my love.
My true gag, like obviously I was gagged over the whole thing, but I think I was really gagged when it confirmed that there was going to be a film in June. Because I just didn't believe that there was going to be a film eventually.
Okay.
I know she said it was a visual album, but I was like, what does that mean for her? Like, does that just mean like a few music videos here and there, or like a music video for every song? Or is that like an actual film like The Wall? And it is confirmed. So that's when I got really excited. But I mean, I don't even know where to start. All the looks, so good. The music. What was your like first impression, or like what were your first thoughts on this?
So many thoughts. I mean, there's like so much information and like in such a little bit of time, that I like on my first watch I could not like really focus on anything really besides like all the looks and stuff, but like the music was really good too. What's the word?
Just like kind of overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed and overstimulated by everything that was like going on. But yeah, what about you?
No, I completely agree. I feel like there were so many scenes like all packed into, it was like a minute and 30 seconds, I think. And there were so many scenes, so many outfits. The music was kind of like everywhere, but not. It doesn't seem like it's just one song. It seems like there's a few different songs all being meshed together. I am surprised at, I guess I was expecting more like dark rock, but it feels like it is like a pop opera, like she says. Like it's like a pop opera. It gives me Queen vibes, like Freddie Mercury.
I think we're also gonna get like this dark vibe that we get on the first
Yes.
The first extract, the first snippet was like really kind of gave me like Deadbed's vibe. I don't know if that's because of like what she was wearing, but I really got this like Deadbed's vibe, and I really enjoyed that.
No, I completely agree. The like boom. This is huge Dead Pets vibes. I'm like, girl, are you in a furry costume? Like, what is this? I thought that was so random, but when it starts off, it's like, boom, it's like the loudest at that point. And it like made me jump for a minute. Even just rewatching this, when we were playing it through our earbuds, I was like, oh shoot, that's super loud. It's probably blowing out everyone's ears.
Yeah, and it's because of like the fire, like the little
sparks.
Everything was done like so beautifully. I mean, it looks expensive and it sounds expensive.
Yes, it looks expensive. It sounds expensive.
It took some time for sure to like get all of these done. I'm sure, like, I don't know if like you like noticed, but her hair is like different.
Yes.
So she might have like done this like over time and not in just like one go, which could be impossible because there's like so much.
Yeah.
That's why she was like kind of not doing anything besides working privately. On this, because we didn't even like she was like in the middle of the street in Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
And you're gonna tell me that no one like saw her?
I know. Yeah, because I mean, we talk about it in this episode earlier. I talk about it with Becky, but I want to know your thoughts. Have you seen that clip that people have been posting of like someone in the sky in this costume? And they're like, who is this? Is this a pop girl? Did you see that?
I saw that.
Okay.
And
do you think...
thought I was going
to... I don't know now anymore. We kind of predicted like maybe it could have been her, but I think we would have seen something similar to that scene then in this, right?
I'm sure it would have been like one of the major outfits.
I know.
It's like
it's very like
different.
Bold.
Very Lady Gaga vibe, I'd say.
Yes. So it could have been her also.
This shot
is everything. And I just know that this is like so pleasing to you because you love film.
It is like you can tell like all about the work and how it was done, and there's been a lot of work on this, and it looks really professional. I mean, I'm not saying that Flowers didn't look professional because Marcel Rev.
Oh yes,
director of photography.
Yeah,
that also did Euphoria and Idol. Yeah,
I could see those kind of all crossing.
Yeah,
because the style is kind of the same.
I love this style, but this is different, but at the same time, it's like a sort of a continuation of Endless Summification. Like it all goes like it makes sense, you know.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Yeah, it's very elevated, very film, like high budget film. I just couldn't help but like get a lot of Queen vibes. Okay, what do you think about this scene? This is a dark scene. This is kind of eerie, like dark feeling.
Like some of the scenes gave me kind of like this spy movie vibe.
Yeah.
Like And I
Yeah.
really loved it. And the Mugler outfits are just
Oh my gosh.
insane. Like this is Mugler as well. This is so good.
I wanted to talk about this
We've
outfit.
seen back oh, this one.
This
was,
one
like, very-
too. Oh my gosh. Okay, actually, let's talk about this one first while we're here. This
Okay.
is definitely one of my favorite shots.
This one gave me Candy Tanes.
Yes.
You know when?
Yes, yeah. When she's laying there.
Yeah. Same
I
vibe.
just love the drums there. She seems kind of like a disheveled glam rock star is the vibe, which I think is intentional for what's going on. I guess we'll find out. I wanted to see more of these kinds of shots because I think this is the only shot we got of her in this look.
With this outfit, yeah, I'm pretty sure too. I can't recall anything else with that. Which is, probably going to be on the second one, maybe the second trailer, I guess. Cause
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, I'm so excited. I wonder how many trailers do you think there's going to be?
I'd say 3.
I think so too.
Yeah.
She has to keep
Or
it going to
2
like hype up.
And the lead single and its music video, but I'm not sure.
Are you predicting that there's going to be a lead single?
I don't know, because it seems like really far away for her to like release an album. It has like no song out yet.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it wouldn't make sense because it's like a whole film. So if she releases the lead single, she's gonna have to like release the music video that is probably like gonna be part of the film. So I'm not so sure.
I mean,
But
I would
hope
love.
she does.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be long to like wait for this album without anything.
I know.
Get, like as good as it is, if it's gonna be like enough for people to get to stay interested in the project.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. We'll just have to find out. But this outfit that we have on the screen, and if you're listening to this episode, guys, sorry, but we're talking about the
Visual
outfit that
stuff. So
yeah, you should have been watching this part of the episode. But this is the outfit that we saw like end of last year. She was at Paramount Studios. And I know Becky and I, we've been like, what was this for? We saw her like these candids of her in these blue, like fluffy pants, like this crazy outfit that we originally thought was for Beautiful That Way. That was like our first thing. Yeah, because it was right around that time. But then when nothing came out for that, I was like, okay, it has to be for something beautiful. And now we see she's wearing this outfit in multiple shots. I know she's walking in the beginning with it. I just love this fit so much. And like you said, her hair's different every shot.
Yeah, which I like.
I do too. I think it's cool that we saw like some of these hairstyles on the award shows she went to. I'm thinking specifically of the bangs. Like we saw that at the Grammys, right?
I mean, looking back, this kind of looks dirty to me. Kind of like dirty to just be on the floor like that. I hope they cleaned it first.
Oh, I'm sure. I feel like it's probably not like an actual floor. I don't know about this.
I was thinking about this, like this looks like actual Hollywood Boulevard. But
I know. So did they like
dirty.
close it down?
Or
Yeah, how
maybe
did
it's
no
like
one get any evidence of this happening? So many questions.
Because like even if that was like kind of early in the morning, someone could have just seen that. I don't know.
So have you watched The Wall, Pink Floyd's The Wall, or Mandy at all?
I didn't.
I haven't. We haven't either. We plan to. We want to, but I didn't know if you had yet.
That could be interesting.
Well, I'm kind of familiar with The Wall, like the album by Pink Floyd, but I've never watched the film. But I know the music videos for each of those songs has like an elaborate story. I really have no idea what to expect with this. Like, I don't know what the storyline's going to be, or what are your predictions with like the actual film? Do you have any?
Well, she said that the whole album was going to be about like revenge and romance.
Yeah.
But it's quite like wide subject, so I'm not really sure
we have
to expect from that. But she's like crying in one of those shots.
Yes, I was just about to bring that up, and I was going to bring up the fact that she's kissing Max. Which is one of my favorite shots because it's just like
so good.
The Max Miranda shot happened so quick. Like all of these shots do. It's like you really have to get the exact. And then this random scene with her hair up and like a bun, it looks beautiful,
So
but
She
a
did,
one of a
like,
kind
it-
opera. That
Oh,
is
when
a
I
good
saw
way to
that-
explain it.
This
Spooky.
is so good. This is
It's so good. She kind of looks like she has like some heavy face paint on, like face makeup on.
She looks like the evil queen from Snow White, kind of.
Yeah, she kind of does.
She would have made a better job than Gal Gadot.
Yeah, no, seriously. But I would just wonder also like how big of a role Max is going to have in the film. Like, is he going to be playing like a love interest of some sort? I would assume.
Because they're kissing, so...
Yeah.
And he has like this part in the music production too, I guess.
Yeah, he does. And then I saw Live Nation had a hand in like the production part of it. People were like,
What
"Oh, does
about
that
that?
mean she's going on tour?" But apparently they have like a production company. Live Nation does. Ugh, I'm not a Live Nation fan. I'll just say that. I am not a Live Nation fan. I think they're scummy. But I did want to also bring up Naomi Campbell is in this.
I know, and someone predicted that actually.
Really?
A while ago. Yeah, I saw a tweet from like December probably, where like an outsider or I don't know, someone was just like saying that she was a part of the music video. Or,
That's
like, a music
cool.
video personally. Yeah.
Well, especially since she's wearing all this like 1990s archival runway clothing. Naomi is like screams the 90s high fashion. So I think that's really. I wonder who else is going to be in it. Oh, I just have
There's
so many
like a
questions.
rumor that Nicolas Cage is gonna be part of it as well.
Yeah, do you believe that?
At this point,
I know.
don't if I believe
Anything's possible.
anything's possible.
That's so cool. I'm just really excited. Thank you for joining. I know it's like so late your
Thank
time.
you. It's only midnight.
I do want to go TikTok live soon. So we need to figure out we need to figure that out. Yeah, maybe we could do it like on a weekend where it's like morning for us, but like afternoon for you or even like noon for us or something. Wait, before you leave, I have a question. We talked about this a little bit earlier on the podcast. Do you think she'll do anything for the 20-year anniversary for next year?
I mean, she did for the 15th anniversary, so...
Right? 20 years is a way bigger deal.
Yeah, I know. She could do like a reunion or something, but I'm not sure it's going to be... I don't know if it's going to be like something she would want, but if someone else is like planning it, she's probably going to attend.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure she's going to like plan something.
Yeah. I think I saw Ashley. Yeah, Ashley from Hannah Montana, the mean girl.
Yeah.
She made a post and then Cody Lindley commented on it.
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
I saw that.
Did you see that interaction? They were like, we need to have a reunion. I feel like everybody wants a reunion, probably besides her and maybe Emily Osment.
Who knows?
Emily Osment acts kind of like, not that she's too good for it, but I think she's just sick of people. Kind of, yeah. This is a safe space. I think she's just sick of people asking her about like Hannah Montana, probably, and Miley Cyrus. But yeah, I could see maybe if they hold something, maybe they would tag along. I don't know. We'll have to see. But
I recently discovered that people, younger people, know her from Young Sheldon.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I have so many comments like that. Like,
wow,
oh, that's the girl from Young Sheldon. I'm like, who? No, I've never watched that show, but I'm like, no, it's from.
I know of that show, but I didn't know she was on it.
Well, apparently she's famous for it because.
Oh wow!
On TikTok, people keep like asking me in the comments, "Is that her?" And I'm like,
"No, it's Lily."
Yeah, always.
It's Lily. What are you talking about? Okay, well, thank you for hopping on. I'm sure we'll talk again
for having
soon.
me.
Yes, thanks for
We
staying
will,
up.
for sure.
Everyone, have a great rest of your week, and we'll catch you next week. Probably talking more about something beautiful. Bye.